Hello Libra, Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Hey look, we're using oracles this time. We haven't used oracles in a little while, so I'm going to get some overall energy from the oracles, and then we're going to look at tarot, get some details for you. At the end of this video, I am going to tell you all about how to find a private reading or an extended if you're into any of that. But first, I want to say welcome. So if you're brand new and you've never been here before, welcome. I'm glad I came floating through your feed. And if you want to stay, there is a subscription button. You know where to find it. And if you're just passing through, I really would appreciate a thumbs up before you go. And thank you for taking the time. If you are my ride or die Libra, and you're a person who keeps coming back here all the time, I do appreciate you the most. Thank you so much for the ways you've been loving on the channel, Libra. Let's find out what is going on for you, my friend. Not just for Sun, not just for Libra Sun, but Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs as well. Tell me about Libra. We've got Yin. Oh, what are you attracting, friend? What are you attracting? The Yin and the Yang, right? The Yin attracts while the Yang pushes forward. Tell me about the Yin. Ah, we've got chop wood. You know what it feels like here? Well, first of all, too, balance, right? Everything in balance. I feel like somebody here has been attracting something. Now, what I'm going to say is I feel like somebody is seeing things clearer than they used to. So I feel like your third eye might be opening, and that you're seeing things clearer than you used to. I feel like you're getting dreams or downloads or things like that. It feels like you're attracting things in the 5D and then you're making them so in the 3D by a lot of hard work. So I feel you're being inspired by the universe, or inspired by the universe, and I think you're attracting things to you. You're pulling things in, and I feel like it's relative to becoming, whole in the 3D. Chop wood is about a lot of hard work, but the sun is shining in, so I don't think that you mind the work. I think that you like the hard work, by the way. We've got card number 42, which is a 6. I feel like you have people around you who cheer you on, give you reciprocal energy while you're doing the hard work, but I feel like you are pulling in or receiving or attracting balance. The pink card indicates crown chakra, so that means you're being inspired or you're receiving messages through the crown chakra. And I feel like you're probably more aware or seeing things clearer than you have before. Got this violet color here, and that is third eye. We've got, look at that, the fates. The fates, my friend. And so that is something that you're not expecting, but like fate intervenes in the near future. It feels like fate intervenes. We've got card number 17, which in the tarot is the star, and it feels like something good, something healing. Fate is about to intervene. What's here? Oh, I love this. So look, it's not here yet because you're currently in between worlds. This is my favorite card in the deck, by the way. So you're currently in between worlds. You're on your way to your abundance. There's the card number 3. That's the Empress energy. But I feel like you are almost there. Look here and now. It feels like you're not quite there. You're still like a little bit more closer to the past than you are to the future. Feels like you need to get into the here and now. So I'm going to say that if you're dreaming of something, attracting things in your dream, or just in this attractive energy, I feel like whatever is going to show up is going to be hard work, but I think you're going to love it. I feel like fate is about to intervene. Okay. Let's look at this deck here and get one more card from here for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. Tell me about Libra. What else do we need to know about Libra? We've got submission. Oh, you know what? It almost feels like you've been paralyzed. It feels as though you might be just working yourself into submission is what it feels like here. We've got card number 30. Threes are about creativity, creative path. And so I feel like you've been working really hard on something creative. You could be someone who is a creator of, music, painting, whatever it is. But I feel like you're being inspired to do so. Fate is coming in and saying, look, it's time for you to attract. I know it's going to be hard work, and it's like it's beating you into submission almost, but I feel like you're going to reap the rewards. Look at that, source. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I feel like you're getting all of this information from source, the clarity from source, bringing you work. I feel like if you're somebody who is, what is that word? If you are someone who is a freelancer, I feel like you are going to get more work. It'll be hard work, and it'll be like not leaving much time for anything else. But I really do feel that source is sending you spiritual messages. Very cool. And that's the yin here, is attracting stuff. So something, the fates is going to intervene soon, but don't worry about it. It says calm here is the next card. Let's look at tarot and see what tarot says about all of this. Tell me about tarot. For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs, Libra. Tell me about Libra. What are you attracting, friend? Tell me about Libra. We've got cups. Look at that. 10 cups, baby. I like it. I like it. So we've got, you're attracting happiness, joy. You're attracting emotional wellness. It feels like you are going to be jumping for joy for whatever you have been attracting. So I'm going to say that, wish fulfillment, right? So whatever you are attracting, you're going to get it. You just have to be willing to do the hard work. Tell me what chopped wood is all about here. We've got, I don't think you're scared of it. Look, the Queen of Wands has walked through the fire. The Queen of Wands is resilient. The Queen of Wands is making big, bold moves. I don't think you're scared of work. I think you're like, come at me, bro. I'm good for it. And it feels as though you are attracting excitement. I'm going to say you're the most attractive that you've been in your life. So aesthetically, probably, because Libras are beautiful to look at, but you're probably looking beautiful. I think that you are probably leading with fire energy, so you could be a fire rising. If you're not leading with fire energy, you are pushing forward, making bold moves in your life now, and you're not afraid of the hard work. This is all attracting everything that you want, because fire and water, that's temperance, that's healing, that's balance, that's moments of alchemy. Tell me about submission. We've got the Six of Swords. And so I feel like, of course, with all of that comes worry. And so the Six of Swords is about going from the chaos of the mind and going to the calm. But I feel like for a time, it's going to be chaotic. Now, I think it'll be chaotic for a good reason, because the fates are about to step in here, and Source is bringing you messages. You're attracting everything you need. You're ready. Come at me, bro. You're ready. You're ready for the hard work. You're ready for whatever might show up for you. We're going to come back here and clarify all of this. This could be resonating with you now, or maybe it might in the future, but this is going to happen after whatever this is. We're going to put down 2 cards here. We've got the Three of Wands. There's something coming up in the future. It's the Three of Wands here in the yin. I think you're calling something in here. Look at that. Wow. Look. I'm just going to say thanks for coming out. I'm just going to leave it right there. We have the Three of Cups. Look, it's celebration. In the future, you will be celebrating. Right now is when you got to keep your nose to the grindstone. I really feel like you have to chop wood, and chopping wood is hard work. But I feel like you'll be doing it in the sun. I feel like you don't mind the hard work, and I feel like it's about to bring some joy. You're calling it in. You are a powerful manifester, friend. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. We've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So you're not chasing it recklessly. That's not what you're doing. You are excited. You are passionate. You're willing to be brave to get what you need to get. But I feel like you are not being reckless, because the Knight of Wands is in the reverse. I feel like when the Knight of Wands shows up in the reverse, this is not the energy of temporary. This is like you're looking for a permanent way here to be happy. I feel like what you're doing here is you are slowly building your cups one by one. When the Nine of Cups shows up, yes, it's wish fulfillment, but understand it's something you built on your own. Like, you're going to be able to say, I built this on my own. No one gave it to me. No one gave me a break. No one gave me a chance. I built it on my own. And when you build it on your own, and you don't rely on others to help you build it. And I mean, it's okay to have others help you build it. It's not like it's not. But I feel like this Nine of Cups is telling me that when I build it by myself, I don't need external validation. I don't care if people tell me I'm doing good. I don't care if they like the work that I'm putting in. I really, really do love it. And so you go from the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups because slow and steady wins the race. And I feel like when the Knight of Wands shows up in the reverse, the Knight of Wands is saying, I'm just going to do it slow. The Queen of Cups is here. Water is passive energy, right? It goes with the flow. It goes around things, it goes under things, it goes over things. And I feel like no matter what comes at you, that you are fluid. I'm going to say that you're like, it's a fine, I'll think my way around it. It's okay, I'll go under that thing if I need to. But nothing's going to stop you from getting to your Nine of Pentacles, which will take you to your Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you're somebody who does whatever you do intuitively. So the Queen of Cups is here. She's the most intuitive and psychic of the queens, right? And then we have the yin energy. The Queen is part of the yin energy, right? Calling in instead of chasing. So understand that I don't think you're chasing goals. I think that you are doing what you're doing all the hard work. You're not skipping any steps. You're not skipping to the good part. You are doing all the hard work, and it is hard work. The Queen of Wands is, falling down, scraping my knees. I walk through the fire, and I'm on the throne anyway, all because of that. So I think that with this Queen of Cups energy, I'm going to say that you are receiving messages. You are receptive to whatever the universe is bringing to you. Tell me what's happening in midweek here. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. We've got the Two of Cups in the reverse. We've got the Seven of Swords. And we've got the Chariot. So I feel like things might be moving a little quicker than you want them to. Look, if you're a fire sign rising, I think you're running at things anyway, but that Libra energy that you have wherever it is in your chart is making you think and overthink. I think that there is something underneath the surface for you that I want to say that the chopping of the wood, the chopped wood is the hard work. You're making bold moves. It feels like you don't care. I'm resilient. I'll bounce back. I think there is something under that. There's something propelling that, because the Chariot shows up and immediately I go to, we've got some feelings underneath the surface about something. All I'm doing is disciplining them on the surface so I can keep going, keep moving, getting my victory. Interesting enough, the Seven of Swords shows up with the Two of Cups in the reverse. It feels like this is something that is part of your Ten of Cups, but I think it's something that you might be ignoring right now. The Ten of Cups in the reverse, the Two of Cups in the reverse is telling me that you have someone in mind, but maybe you haven't told them that you have them in mind, or no, maybe they are your muse. Maybe they are the person who puts the fire under you, the person who makes you work really hard. It feels like you probably have not expressed your emotions or your desire to deepen a bond with them. I feel like you are right now, you've got your foot on the gas and it's to the floor and you're just going full force at whatever it is that you are working on. I feel like you're going with the momentum. And so I feel like every once in a while, when you're by yourself with yourself, you will think about the Seven of Swords, the Two of Cups in reverse. But I feel like it just doesn't fit into your lifestyle at this time because I think everything is moving so fast for you. Tell me about the Six of Swords. I think sometimes you can think yourself into submission, and that's kind of what the Six of Swords is telling me. That sometimes you get so caught up in the thought process of something that you forget that there is other things going on around you. I'm going to say that you are somebody who likes to celebrate. You are somebody who likes stability. I feel that you do fight with yourself a little bit in the head, in the mind, I'm going to say. And the Seven of Swords tells me that you are very aware of it. The Page of Swords tells me you're very aware of it. You're very aware of the internal battle. I think that you do try to steady yourself, solidify. I feel like you try and stabilize things. I think you're a person who probably likes to go out and socialize a lot, but that could be why you work so hard. Like maybe you're a musician. Do you know what I mean? Maybe part of your job is really being very social. So I feel like you have some sort of inspiration that's coming because the fates are here and it's coming from source. You're going to be getting some sort of download that's going to give you clarity intuitively. And I feel like you're going to bring in your own wish fulfillment. But I think that right now you have someone on your mind that is a romantic interest, I feel. Someone you want to deepen your bond with, but there's no time to do it right now. So I feel like there are times when you think yourself into submission about that because the Six of Swords is here and that's chaos to the calm. So I think until you stop fighting yourself, we've got 5 and 4 here, which is 9. It feels as though, like when I said you're working yourself into submission or you're fighting yourself into submission or thinking into submission, that's the burnout phase. So please just be careful and be aware that there is a burnout phase that could be upon you. I think that all of this work, if you listen to the universe and keep attracting, is going to pay off because there's celebration and possibly a reunion coming in the future. So the fates are here. And I feel like fate is about to step in and push you from the old world into the new world of abundance. Because I feel like right now you might be working really hard in this energy of chop wood, working really hard, and maybe you just don't see that you are actually between worlds now. So maybe you're in a place where you feel like you're working and working and working, Libra, but nothing is getting you anywhere. And so I'm going to say be patient because look, the Chariot's here. And I feel like you realize that you must keep your feelings submerged at this time. You must not, engage in relationships, romantic relationships around you, because I think your work and what you're creating is very important to you. All right. So if you want to go into the extended, we're going to talk about what this means when fate steps in and pushes you over the line here. We're going to talk about what celebration is coming in the future. And then we're going to clarify all of this. I'm going to break it down and give you more information. It's a very in-depth reading in the extended. So I'm going to put down 3 more cards and we're going to talk about this as well. This usually ends up being what the outcome might be or some more advice for you moving forward. And if you want to come into the extension, please look at the top of all of the comments. There is one pinned comment. If you click on read more, you will find 2 links there. One is for the membership area where I put all of these extendeds. You will get 4 extendeds for 1 sign. If you're watching, you'll get 4 extendeds in a month. Plus I do readings that are just readings for the membership. And you will get 4 extendeds for every sign you're watching for. So if you are interested in a private read, please know private reads are open. I am caught up. Now would be a great time to book if you want to do that. My readings do begin at $25 and they go up from there. Please take the link to Hypsee to find out my prices, timeframes, and whatever I have for packages. If you're interested in speaking to me live, whether that's through video, through phone, or if you're interested in just typing to me, we can do it in text as well if you want to do that. And if you do, please check the link for Hypsee and look at my schedule, and you can book accordingly. You will get 5 to 75% off your live connection with me when you book in advance. All right, 3 more cards. Let's find out what's going on for Libra. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Look, your work is paying off, friend. I think you know that already, that there's celebration to be had in the future, that everything is expanding here. And I think that the fates are bringing you forward into the new world here. The Queen of Pentacles tells me, yeah, I don't think you're going to have to worry much about money. Look, I don't think you're going to be a millionaire, but I think you're going to have enough and then some, because the Queen of Pentacles does have stability, but also has enough to share. She loves to take care of others as well. I say she, but it's feminine or masculine energy. That's Capricorn energy, Taurus and Virgo, because we're in a general reading. 1 more card. We've got the Page of Wands. Oh, it's going to be so exciting for you. I feel like you have this spark of excitement and you have the passion to keep going and doing until you finally bring yourself to this place of health, wealth, time, effort, energy. It's all about to pay off here, my friend. You are going to get an exciting payoff. But I feel like, I feel like this is all going so great. But I feel like 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups, right? You're sort of thinking about, I feel like regrettably so, in the emotional department. I think everything is going great for you, but something emotional is really got you down. I feel like you don't want to regret missing an opportunity. I feel like there may be a reunion or an invitation coming. We will talk about that. Look at this. Here we go. We got two people who are really hard workers. Every day you're hustling, right? It feels like every day I'm hustling. That's what it feels like. So two people who are mirroring each other, who work really hard, who are both very creative, but also very mindful, very particular, very patient, growing their kingdoms separately but parallel in life here. And I think that has to do something with this. We will talk about that in the extended. So if you want to be there, you now know how to get there. Hope I'll see you there. But if I don't, that's okay, because I'll be back. I'll be back to give you more readings. Take care and have a good one. And I'll see you in the extended if you're there. I'll be back because I'm always back. See ya. Bye.